A lot of you may not know that I'm a software engineer, and I have a great appreciation for software. So when a new Pixel come out, I could care less about the hardware because the software is the star of the show. This is the Pixel 7 Pro, and let's jump into the unboxing. So I have the Pixel 7 Pro in the snow color. I'm kind of mad that Google didn't go with like the almost white, kind of white, sort of white. They normally go with them little crazy names, but decided to keep it real simple this year with just snow. I'm all good with that. This one runs for $899, which I honestly feel like it's a great price considering it's competing directly with the iPhone 14 Pro. You can also get the Pixel 7, which goes for $599, which is a ridiculously good price. But this is the unlocked version. It's a 6.7-inch display. And I know I said that I don't really care about the hardware, but a lot of people do. And I want to run through the hardware just to let you know that even though the star of the show is the software, the hardware on this is no slouch, especially with Google's new Tensor G2 processor, which definitely holds its weight against the latest Snapdragon processors. And it has a lot of built-in like machine learning stuff to help. It does all the software magic, but the software on here is lit. The hardware is no slouch, and it definitely compete with any other flagship devices. And especially with that 12 gigs of RAM that this is packing, whoo, I just know things are gonna be buttery smooth. Anyway, the box, not much to see on the outside, so let's go and tear it open. I don't have to use my knife, cause they got a cool little pull tabs right here, even though I like using my knife. Anyway, let's pull it open and actually check out the phone. And it is white. Look at that little visor. It's kind of like real plastic. I thought it would be more metal. Maybe got plastic on it, but let's see what else is in the box. Got USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Got a little transfer port thing to transfer your data from phone to phone. I don't know if anyone actually used this. It's weird that they take away everything else out the box, but they keep this little thing. Maybe more people use it than I think, but I don't know. I always use it. I just transfer my stuff through the cloud, so I've never actually used this on any phone. Oh, we got some books. A SIM ejection tool. This is interesting. I was just using the iPhone 14 and it has the eSIM, and also the Fold 4 has the eSIM. So I've been testing out the eSIM for the last couple, weeks now, switching between the iPhone and the Fold 4. So it's interesting that this is 2022 now, so I'm gonna kind of throw this out there that this still takes a SIM card. The Fold 4 still takes a SIM card too, but I don't believe the Pixel has eSIM compatibility, but I'm gonna test it out when I turn it on. But that is really it that's in the box. So let's actually look around. Let's put the box to the side and then let's actually look around. Let's take the plastic off real quick. That will never ever get old. But the phone actually feels really light. It feels plasticky for the most part. It's not that sturdy. And I'm saying this because I'm coming from using the Fold 4, which is pretty heavy. But this, like, it feels good, but it feels kind of like light in the hand. But anyway, you can see it has the little metal frame going around the edge. Then it has this visor. Damn, those cameras are huge. All right, so we do have the triple camera setup where we have the 50 megapixel wide, the 48 megapixel zoom, and the 12 megapixel ultra wide. And this zoom has the 5x optical zoom, but it can also do a 30x digital zoom with the Google software magic where it does a clear image zooms and all of that. But we already know, like, Pixel cameras, no one is messing with it. Like, it's lit. And I can't wait to like try it out with the new Pixel 7 Pro. But you got the power button right here. Then we got the volume rocker. Still rocking the USB-C, the speakers. Oh, I think this is right here is the 5G modem cutout. The SIM card tray right here. But I don't know, the feel, it like I said, I'm not crazy about the hardware. Like I said, the software is the star here, but just to give you a first initial impression, the phone don't feel that premium in the hand. It feels like, if I didn't know this was glass, I would think it was plastic because it feels real plasticky. But I kind of do like this white colors because I don't really see any fingerprints with this white color. I would have wished it would have had the same, like similar back as like the Fold with like this matte kind of like glass back. Similar to also like, also like the iPhone 14. You see, like everyone's going with like this matte like glass. This like, I guess not matte, but this frosted glass where it really don't catch too many fingerprints. But this white color, you barely see any fingerprints on there. But anyway, let's turn this thing on and set it up. Whew. I'm really excited to test out all the software on here. I mean, this thing is packed with so many features. You know, a lot of phones, Samsung phones, it packs with a lot of features, but a lot of them are gimmicks and you don't ever really use them. But Pixel, with like the call waiting software, of course the camera software where it does work some lot of magic with the pictures, the call screening, like I think that was like my #1 feature I use. And I think the call screening is the feature that makes me like not like want to put down my Pixel, because it does a great job of screening phone calls, spam calls. I get a lot of those spam calls, and it's also spam texts as well. It screens all that for me, so I have never worried about it. But as soon as I switch phones, flood of spam, but Pixels always like screen all of that perfectly for me. But it's doing this little, you see this little animation right here? This little bounce making it vibrate, and the haptics feel actually pretty good on here. But let me just go ahead and set everything up real quick, and then I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I have everything pretty much set up now. And I was able to confirm that this Pixel 7 Pro do support eSIM. It's still a little tricky to set eSIM up, but I'm trying to like stick with it since all the new phones have eSIM. But the setup process is still like all over the place. It's definitely different from every phone I've set it up on so far. But anyway, set the eSIM up, working fine. Also, the fingerprint scanner. Fingerprint scanner on here is, I would say it is fast enough. It's not super fast, but it works. So far I haven't had any like misses on here yet, but fingerprint scanner has been working real fine. And face unlock. Face unlock is, I would say it works, but only when you have like ample lighting. It definitely won't work like when you're in the dark. But if you can see like the Face ID, like face unlock, you can see like the light right here shines around and you can see the thing change. So it actually works. This is interesting. It's working from a really steep angle. It's unlocked. That's actually cool that it's working from that angle. But that is working. Wow, it is really working really well. At that time, I barely hit the power button and it just popped open on me. But another thing, the display is automatically set to 1080p out the box, which is weird. If I wanted 1080p, I would have got this regular 7. But yeah, it's set to full HD plus coming out the box. But go ahead and switch that to QHD plus to get the higher resolution. And also it is automatically set to 120 hertz, which is great. It feels good. Everything is snappy. Like 120 hertz is like literally like butter smooth on here. Like everything is super fast and it's flying. One thing I haven't checked out yet is the camera, and I was waiting for me to like set everything up real quick to get on the camera to test out my little selfie while I'm recording to see like what it's really popping like. But let's see how that roll. Oh, that's actually pretty good. pretty good. I mean, like I expect anything different from a Pixel camera, but that was pretty good. Let me try the portrait mode real quick. The processing still takes a while. I was hoping with the new processor, the new G2 processor, that it would actually speed up some of the processing, but it still takes a little while, but it's still like some good quality in there. And what about this, the blur? It's a lot of new software features I want to test out, but I want to test out that unblur feature. It would actually force a blurry picture to make it work, but I don't see the option there. Oh, there it go. The unblur feature right there, which I don't think it will do anything for this picture since there is no blur. But actually it's weird. It's look like it's smoothing in my face when I turn that on. It's making my skin a little more smooth, turning that on and turning it off. But that is like another feature. It's really a lot of features to test, and I can't test them all in this unboxing. It's gonna be really long, but I'm gonna test everything out, talk about it in my full review. Well, let's test out the rear camera real quick. Whew, that's a good picture. Yo, it's really crazy how well like the Pixel cameras work. But you can see you have the regular standard 1x zoom. You kind of see it kind of like switch to micro photography there, but it has the wide angle lens, the 2x. So the 2x is essentially just a digital zoom. Then you got the 5x optical zoom, and whoa, that really crops in. Then you could actually make that go out even further. How do I make it go further? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's kind of smart. See, that's how smart Pixel is. You can see like it shows like 5x right here, but now, and I can't like make it go any further than that. But like soon as I go away from it, I don't know if I can be able to catch this on the camera, but I can still see it on the camera. So as soon as I go away from where you can see, you can zoom into something even further. It zooms all the way in, and you can see that little, whatever that is, sitting on my desk. And you can see the little top corner to show like where you pointing at. But that, that's one of the things you talk about with Google, and how stuff is like, it's actually a smartphone. We've been using the smartphone term for a long time, but our phones is not really smart. But messing with a Pixel phone and Google, like it does a lot of smart things for you. But what else I want to test out on here? Oh yeah, this great. Ignore that. This, what happened to my setup? I'm missing some pages. What happened? I'm missing a whole screen on here. I don't know what happened to my home screen setup, but my widget is gone. That's weird. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was clicking something and accidentally deleted it while I was playing around. I don't know what happened. Anyway, what else do I want to check while we're here? The screen does look good, and it gets really bright. It's on max bright right now. But one thing I want to check to see if like I got it turned on now is the adaptive brightness. That's really been like trash on every Pixel I've used. So hopefully it improved on this one. It's like, it doesn't work. It works really good on like Samsung phones. It works good on iPhones. But for some reason with Pixel phones, adaptive brightness really does not work that well. It's really a lot to test out that I just gotta really just wait for the full review. I'm not gonna try to stuff everything into this unboxing, but this is just my first impressions. I wanted to check out the camera. Camera seems like it's working fine. Face unlock is working fine. Actually, face unlock is working really good, but it just doesn't work with no light, and that's because it's missing a lot of the sensors that you will have in like Face ID. So it's definitely not as secure as Face ID, but it works really well. The fingerprint sensor seems like it's working much better than it did on my 6. I didn't have the 6 Pro, but the 6 has, I mean, I really love the 6. I really did love the 6. Actually, I still like the 6 design more than I like the 7 Pro design. Also, another thing, the buttons on here are like really clicky. Like they feel like solid and clicky. My Pixel 6, actually it's a louder click. This click is a little more satisfying. This one's a little faint. So actually, I like my Pixel 6. Listen. I like my Pixel 6. But Pixel 7 Pro is lit. This is a Android 13 feature, but I love these icons. Like these icons on here, like you could just change your theme and all your icons. I really want to know what happened to my home screen setup. I'm kind of baffled right now on what happened. But you can see all the little accent colors on there. It's really cool, and it changes depends on whatever theme you choose. But I really like Android 13 for that. I'm just gonna wrap up this unboxing because I'm really ready to get to this. This is gonna be in another video that's gonna come right after this one, but I'm really geeked about this Pixel watch and I'm ready to unbox that one. I'm doing a separate video because this video will be super long if I do both in the same video. But I'm gonna test out all the new features in the Pixel 7 Pro. Really test out the cameras and compare it to the Pixel 6. I'm gonna drop that full review coming soon. But for now, just hit that subscribe button and catch me in the next video. I'm out.